All right, welcome aboard tonight, Thursday Night Wrestling. This will be our third Thursday in a row. Brian DeYoung on the... And we're live here, Aero TV from the Civic Arena tonight. Third Thursday night for wrestling. Tonight we got a girls and boys extravaganza. Double duel with Huron. We just finished up with the parents' night. And if you aren't here already, you've got a little time to make it in here. It is 6:52 on a Thursday night. I think we're starting at 7 o'clock, so don't speed, but we still got time for you to arrive. And we honored our seniors tonight, and I can go through them quickly. For the girls, Josie Altoff, she is a senior. She has unknown plans, but psychology is in her future. Jaren Fieber, she's looking to enter the dental program there at LATC. Mackenzie Engelhardt is one of our student managers. They gave no plans for her, but she'll be graduating soon. Bradley Herr, she's looking to attend Northern State University and study special education. Excellent field. If you don't know, my wife is a special education teacher. She got her degree there, and that's where she got hired with the school district here in Watertown. And for the boys, Micah Hawk, going to attend South Dakota State University, enter that mechanical engineering field. Ty Hagan, senior, entering the Marine Corps. Leo Strop, going to head over to across the street to Lake Area Technical College for natural resource management. Ethan Wenches, also heading across the street to LATC for the Fire Med Rescue program. And that rounds out our seniors, so really exciting stuff. We're just about ready to get started here in just a smidge. So ironically, the season is wearing down for our Aero wrestlers. For our girls, I think the schedule looks like this. A week from tonight, ESD Girls Tournament in Huron. 2 weeks from tonight, Region Tournament in Clark, South Dakota. And if fortunate enough to make it in the top 4 of the region, State Tournament 3 weeks from tonight, starting in Rapid City at the Monument. So it is a sprint to the finish here, folks. And really exciting time for our gals and all the student athletes. Unfortunately, time marches on. And soon enough, graduation will be here for these student athletes, or at least for some of them. So we're going through the sportsmanship code here. And soon we'll have the face-offs and the national anthem. So rankings this week. Aero girls still hold 3 different spots. At number 1, Olivia Anderson at 107, Allison Conrad 185, Eden Hawk 235. And we're going to take a little sign off here and a little quiet time for the national anthem, and then we'll get back to live wrestling here. Again, welcome aboard Thursday Night Wrestling, Watertown Civic Arena. All right, finishing up the national anthem. And we'll have the announcements and face-offs here. There's a couple of open spots in Huron's lineup, both in the boys and the girls tonight. So don't step away because, and of course the Arrows have a couple of open spots too on the girls as well. So, and it just.
For the ladies at 100 for Huron, Seth Gay. For Watertown, Vanessa Anderson.
All right, at 100, Sep Gay for Huron and Vanessa Anderson for the Arrows.
For Watertown, Olivia Anderson.
Shaylee Saw for Huron and Olivia Anderson, #1 ranked for the Arrows at 107. Good match at 114 tonight. Reba McGaw and our Arrows Brooklyn Randall. So these two have met, I think, one time this year, but we can talk about that when that gets closer. At 126 or 120, Jaron Fever for the Arrows, Mousse for the Tigers. And 126, Camilla Van Eye for Huron and Josie Eltoff, the senior, at 126. So.
For 132 for Huron,
Say Glay for Huron. And the Arrows are open at that weight class. So. At 138, Ba-A for the Tigers. And the Arrows are open. 145 is open on both sides. Nevaeh Shanbeck for 152 gets Joe forfeit tonight, or Jane forfeit. Paola Fernandez at 165. And the Arrows are open at that weight class. Allison Conrad, #1 ranked, gets the hand raised easily enough tonight. And Eden Hawk gets a similar fate at the top of the lineup. So Eden also ranked #1. So we're going to get started here. I'm pretty excited about this. And we're going to start right at 7 o'clock. Outstanding. So Zach Metler, our referee tonight. Ironically, a little history on Zach Metler. He wrestled for West Central back in the early or later 2008, 2009, 2010, and is a state champ at 145. He defeated Cameron Mack of our Arrows back in February of 2010 at the 145 mark. So he'll be doing both the boys and the girls match tonight. And so we're pretty excited about that. All right, the customary flip, and we're going to get going here. Vanessa Anderson for the Arrows. And I have Vanessa at 21-16 on the year. The Arrows were just most recently at Lee Wolf, where Vanessa went 2-2, got 5th place there. Huron was also there, but Say Gay was not featured in any of the lineups, so I don't have much history for the Huron athlete. So, all right, Vanessa having a good year this year. 6th place at a couple of tournaments, Bismarck, 2nd at the Floyd, and we're off to live action. So, well, there's a nice shot by Gay and countered by Vanessa and Cradle and a turn in, and now we got back points. So just that quickly, 3-point for a takedown, of course, and back points for Vanessa. our camera crew tonight. Jonathan Gilbertson up in the box. Kira Thu right to my left with the at the high above, and a ground shot there. It's Ryder Shell and Caleb Fisher. So great ground shot of that, and 41 seconds in tonight. Vanessa Anderson able to get the pin for the Arrows, so that'll stake them out to a quick 6-0 lead. You know, Vanessa also. All right. Again, just finishing up with Vanessa, 4th at Rapid City, 6th at Bismarck at the Watertown Invite, and 107 just like that. Olivia Anderson, #1 ranked, 24-1 on the year against Shaylee Sa. Sa with a nice looking arm drag, but countered, and now in a double, and they're off the mat. So Huron right off the jump, pushing the issue for our Arrows. Now last week, these two did not wrestle at the Lee Wolf. And of course, Olivia, she's been at 24-1. Oh, there's a inside takedown for a fireman's carry and back point. So she's got her right on the edge, and 3 near falls. So a 6-0, just 35 seconds into the match for Olivia. Olivia's gotten first at the, and we're going to be off the mat here in just a second. Well, maybe not quite. Up front and personal with our camera work there. Very nice. And there we're off the mat. So, you know, Olivia this year, only loss on the year is at 120 pounds. That was in the first tournament of the year. I think she was a little light for that class, but nevertheless, first at Harrisburg, Bismarck, the Floyd, the Battle for the Paddle, the Rapid City Invite. There she has a butcher on and trying to lift that near leg and turk it up. And she's got the leg split, and there's backers. And there's a 4-point near fall, so now 10-0 for the Arrow. Of course, Olivia picked up that 100th win this year, earlier in January, so a real credit to her. Maybe if she can stay healthy, she can get to that 200 win mark, which would be fantastic. But long way to go before that, and we still got wrestling here right now. So Olivia with that claw ride. And that'll do it for the end of the first period. 10-0 for Olivia Anderson. And her choice, she's going to defer, but no, she's going to go down. So all right, again, doubleheader tonight here for the Arrow wrestling team. Girls first, boys to follow. So if you're still thinking about it, don't think, just do. Get right back down here. And we got a lot of good athletes to support tonight. You know, you can't talk about Huron wrestling without talking about Moses Gross, the boys. He's the real deal, so come out for that one. Olivia with a 1-point escape. And she's going to scoot around. There's 3-point near or takedown there, and now she's working for more near fall points and maybe a pin. And that's going to do it. Just technical fall. 2 minutes and 34 seconds into this match. Olivia Anderson moves to 25-1 on the year with the tech fall over Shaylee Sa. So. All right, moving right along at 114. Reva McGaw. And Reva will be facing Brooklyn Randall. And Brooklyn immediately in on a single leg. And Reva able to sprawl that one. Reva is 21-16 on the year. Real solid wrestler, 7th place at the Lee Wolf last weekend. Brooklyn Randall, 3rd place at Lee Wolf. Randall's 33-4 on the year, ranked number 3 in the state. She's an 8th grader. And these two did wrestle last weekend at the Lee Wolf. And it was in the quarterfinals, and Brooklyn was able to get a pin over McGaw. So McGaw will be looking to even the score. McGaw, she's placed at all the tournaments this year, save for the Rapid City invite. She got 4th at the River City Rumble. And there's a near side cradle combo by Randall, and this is a tough spot for McGaw to be in here. There's a lift and back points. Oh boy, and McGaw with a excellent turn of events for her, and Randall scrambles. There's 2 points for a near fall, so 5-0, Randall with the lead, and there's a 1-point escape for McGaw. So good action here in the first period. McGaw was caught in that near side cradle, but she scrambled out of it and then got almost Randall with the reversal and near fall points, but Randall able to get back to safety and gave up an escape, and now has got a takedown again, and that'll make it 8-1 for Brooklyn Randall. So again, McGaw, 4th place at the River City Rumble, that's in Chamberlain, and 2nd at the Dan Panch, that's a Yankton tournament. 5th in Madison, 6th in the Watertown invite, first one of the year. Of course, Brooklyn, she's 1st at Harrisburg, and 4th in Bismarck, and 1st at the Floyd Ferrand, and 2nd at the Paddle. 1st out of there in Rapid City, and second period action, Randall right to her feet. Riva trying to keep that single leg and do a return, and there's going to be a 1-point separation. So, and then Randall with a step through throw. And again, as long as 1 point of contact is inside the circle, you can still score and get a pinfall. Randall still working on that. And there's a roll through, and there's a 4-point near fall, and that's going to end it as well. So that'll make this match 16-1. Brooklyn Randall with the technical fall win.
Winner by tech fall, Brooklyn Randall.
All right, moving right along. The senior, Jaron Fieber for the Arrows. She'll be facing freshman Moo Say.
For Watertown, Geraldine Fever.
Jarin did not wrestle last week at the Lee Wolf invite. And Say did wrestle, and she was in 6th place. Say went 2-3 on the weekend. I have her at 15-15 on the year, so a solid wrestler for the Tigers. There's a shot by Say, but countered effectively by Fever, and we're both up. Of course, Fever, starter for the Arrows for the last 2 or 3 years. There's a single leg shot by Say. And again, countered by Fever, and we're both locked up. And Fever tried a little slide by. There's a double leg by her. And countered. And we're off the mat. So, hey, good action here. A couple shots for either athlete. 57 seconds into it. Thursday night wrestling right here. Arrows and Tigers. On Arrow TV. Oh, nice double leg shot by Say. Again, countered by Fever. That looked like a sure score for Moose, and Fever ebbed down, and there's a 3-point counter and takedown for Geraldine Fever. So, and she's got a now she's got a cradle. Short time here. Oh, not short time, 36 seconds, and there's a good cradle right there by Geraldine. And there's a 4-point award for near fall, and we'll see if she can finish it off here. There it is. How about that? Geraldine Fever. Nice dub on senior night for the senior. That'll stretch the arrow lead to 22. And Tigers waiting to get on the board yet. So
126 for Huron, Pamela Van Eye. Watertown, Josie Alpha.
all right, 126, Josie Altoff for the arrows. She's a senior, and Camilla Van Eye, she's a 9th grader for our visiting Huron Tigers. Josie, nice weekend last weekend at Lee Wolf. She went 3-2, 7th place. And Camilla Van Eye, oh no. Van Eye with the takedown and near falls. We'll see if Josie can ease out of that, and there she's able to get out of there. Still, hold still not broken yet, but out of danger now. But Van Eye jumps out to a 7-0 lead. So Van Eye, I had her at 1-2 at the Lee Wolf, and it did not place. Now, she and Altoff did not wrestle though last weekend. So here's a wrist and half combo by Van Eye that Josie's looking away from, defending that, and there's another reverse side. Josie's holding her off very nicely. And we got a technical violation, probably a full Nelson, it looks like. That'll be 1 point awarded to Josie Altoff. So this will be good. Josie can get a restart here, stretch the legs a little bit, and see if she can't get some points on the board. 25 seconds to go in the first period. 7-1 now for the Huron athlete. Josie got bounced from the winner's bracket there at Lee Wolf by Danny Rinksmeyer, of course, the stalwart athlete from the Governors. So this first period is going to end 7-0 with that takedown and backers for Van Eye. And Van Eye is choosing up, so Altoff will be in the down position here to begin period number 2. Again, you're watching Aero TV. And look at that camera action right there from that northeast corner. So Van Eye doing a nice job keeping pressure down on Altoff so she can't get much going. There's Josie's coming up on her base, trying to get something going. She's got some hand control, but Camilla has got a lot of downward pressure, and it's just hard to mount some offense when somebody is really pounding down on you right on the shoulders. So still 7-1 after middle second period. Van Eye again working the wrist ride. She's staying off to the side. She's working. So it's not like she's just covering a hip. There's again, she's trying to wrist and half combo. And Josie able to hold her off, but just hasn't been able to get anything else going to mount an attack away or get some space and get some, close this gap a little bit. Under 30 seconds to go, and there's another wrist and half, and Josie is showing some real horsepower, keeping her at bay, and there she is. Short time here, 20 seconds to go. We'll see if she can hold her off, and there she's going. She's able to do it. So excellent job by Josie. Just staying not getting turned, but just unable to get away either. So there's still time on the clock, though. 7-1 after 2 periods. And Josie's going on top, so we'll see if Josie can get a breakdown and a turn. Again, 3rd period. Josie's going for the crossface, and there she's got a leg in. And we'll see if she can't work a crossface or a half Nelson and get a turn. You can see referee Mettler saying, bottom person, you gotta open up a little bit. You just can't hide the elbows underneath your trunk. But again, no scoring yet in this 3rd period. Eltoff here, there's a half Nelson and a potentially dangerous situation. So we're gonna get a reset. And we'll see if Josie can close the gap here. Van Nuys jumped out to a 7-0 lead and has kind of kept Josie at bay throughout this match. There's Josie's got a leg in again, and we'll see. Got a leg and an arm. As you can see right there, that's looking power half. But nothing doing for scoring, though. So Mettler's again doing some talking, but you know, kind of the same thing. Well, there's a warning stall and for red against Van Nuys, but again, same thing when Eltoff was on the bottom. It's hard to get away when somebody's really pouring the coals to you on top. So there's Eltoff with the cradle, near cradle, and there's a far side half. And good contest, but this one's going the way to the Tigers. So Camilla Van Nuys 7-1 over Josie Eltoff to get the Tigers on the board. That'll make the dual score 22-3. And now this will be the forfeit fest for the rest of the of this duel. So the arrows are open at the next, actually 3 weight classes, where Huron has a wrestler at 132 and 138. Segley gets the 4-foot win at 138. She was 5th place last week at the Lee Wolf, 22 and 14 on the year for her. And the freshman at 138, Ba A. She's moves to 12 and 16 on the year. She was 1 and 2 last week at the Lee Wolf invite. No match at 145, and Nevaeh Shanbeck's going to move to 13 and 11 on the season after getting her hand raised, the 8th grader. She was 6th place at Lee Wolf. She went 1 and 3 last weekend. And we'll make sure she gets checked in at the head table. And there we go. That'll be one of the tougher wins for her this year. Tongue in cheek, of course. Paola Fernandez She's a sophomore for Huron. She was 5th place at Lee Wolf. She'll move to 9-18 on the year. And just finishing out the string on this one, Allison Conrad will move to 31-2 on the year. Of course, Allison undefeated 2 South Dakota wrestlers this year. Her 2 losses were one to an Anderson from Bismarck and also a wrestler from Williston, North Dakota. That was at the Rapid City tournament for a Williston opponent, and the Bismarck tournament, Allison got nipped by a gal from Bismarck, and Eden Hawk ends this one up. So 40 for the Arrows and 21 for the Huron Tigers. So, of course, Eden Hawk, that'll move her to 28-1 on the season. Sure. We'll just kind of do a quick review with some of the highlights from the girls' match. And again, the boys' match coming right up afterwards, so don't go anywhere. We'll move right on into the boys' action. Of course, you can't talk boys wrestling without talking about Moses Gross. He is the real deal. He is a 3-time finalist, 2-time state champ. He's from Huron, of course. And we have the Arrow fight song as they come running out. Again, we're watching some more highlights of that first match. Again, Arrow boys, same with them, 3 weeks to go in the season. They have a region tournament. Let me back it up here. State duels on the 15th. And I believe that's in Pierre. Of course, the Arrows will be involved with that. And then the region tournament at West Central on February 22nd. And if possible, and you qualify, that's the Thursday through Saturday extravaganza out there at the Monument in Rapid City, February 27th, 28th, and March 1st. So heavy wind down for both these squads. All right, now we'll get the face-offs going for each of these. Huron has 5 open weight classes in their lineup. Arrow's got a full lineup tonight, so. Sounds good. Yeah, your announcer's going to take a little breather here while we get ready, so don't go away, but we'll be back in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Olivia Anderson. And I'm Nevaeh Schambek, and we're playing Wrestling Pictionary. Headlock, yeah.
Hi, I'm Jaren Fever.
Hi, I'm Allison Conrad, and we're gonna do a compliment battle. I like your eyes.
Your hair is so pretty.
I love your smile.
I love how dedicated you are.
I love your effort that you put in every day at practice.
Your outfits are so cute.
I love how you're so kind to everyone.
Your double is amazing.
I love your cross-face cradles.
You have such a nice smile.
And your spladle, that one also gets me.
I love how nice you are to everyone.
I love how quiet you are and are willing to listen to other people's opinion.
Thanks. You're so good at crotch lifts.
Your singles are scary.
Thanks. How long does this go? I was just thinking.
All right. Hey, the face-offs for the Arrow boys and Huron boys. Emmerich Dedine for Huron and Braylon Shell at 107. Chase Matthews, and for the Arrows, Carter Nelson for Huron. That'll be a good match at 113. Alec Pester and Shea Richter, the #1 ranked Dynamo for the Arrows at 120. Brody Randall, he'll be getting Joe forfeit tonight and taking that just fine. Kessler Swenson, same thing, a little different, just up a weight class because Huron is open. Kessler Swenson for the Arrows, Creighton Sideslaw for Huron at 138. Max Strop gets a dub at 144 as the Tigers are open. One of the premier matches of the night, Leo Strop for the Arrows and Moses Gross at 150 for the Tigers. Owen Peterson for the Arrows, the junior, at 157 against Angelo Medina. Landon Lewis for the Arrows at 165 will be wrestling TJ Lean. He's a senior for Huron. Cade Kemper, 175, will be tangling with Lucas Shapiro for the Tigers. Ben Cardona for Huron, and Ty Hagan, the Marine, for the Arrows. Ethan Wenches will get a walk-around dub at 215, and Micah Hawk, again, another one of the open weight classes for Huron. So stick around. We'll have our head table just said we're going to settle this on the mat. So we're going to get started here. Looks like the Huron 107 is ready to go, but we got to do the handshakes here. So again, we're going to start 7:30 right on the numbers for this match between ESD action, Arrows against Huron. So a couple of the good ones here tonight. Carter Nelson, he's had a nice at 113 for Huron. He was 3-2 last week at the Lee Wolf. Chase Matthews did not wrestle there, but that'll be a nice match. I think Leo Strop and Moses Gross. You know, Moses, returning state champ, and very exciting wrestler. But Leo is also senior and wrestling at home, throwing a little Arrow pride out there. And I think the Landon Lewis TJ Lean match will be a nice one as well. So, and who knows what else can happen. So buckle up and settle in. Emmerich Dedine for Huron and Shell for the Arrows. They got Shell at 28-9 on the year, and there's a takedown right there. So Emmerich Dedine, 9-21 on the season. So they did not wrestle last week at the Lee Wolf, but Dedine was 8th. And Braylon was 5th last week. So Braylon's had ranked number 6 this week, according to the Grappler. And there's a turn right there, and that's looking Waterloo. Yes, it is. So Braylon Shell, 37-second first period pin over Emmerich Dedine. So all right, moving right on here. We'll call it one of the feature matches here tonight. Carter Nelson, 22-10. Both these wrestlers, Matthews a sophomore, Nelson a sophomore. Again, Nelson 22-10 on the year for the Tigers. One of their leaders. He was 3-2 last week at the Lee Wolf, 7th place finish. And Matthews again did not wrestle last week at the Lee Wolf. So, but Matthews 20-5 on the season. Got him ranked number 5 this week according to the Grappler. Of course, Chase state qualifier last year at 106 pounds. And Nelson has had a nice run of tournaments here lately. Second at the the River City Rumble in Chamberlain. Third at the Dan Panch in Yankton. Second place at the MVP CS, which I think is, oh, I just had it for a second. Now I lost that name, but let's just talk about wrestling here. There's in on a single leg ankle is Matthews. And he's able to turn this around. Again, no score here in this first period. And we'll see if Matthews can hike out the back, gather that as Nelson, there's the gather and 3-point takedown. Chase Matthews getting the early lead. Of course, Matthews first place this year at Sioux Falls, Washington at the Floyd Ferrand. Was 8th in Rapid City in the early tournament stuff, 5th at the Bismarck Invite, and a very solid 20-5 record on the year. Matthews with that wrist ride, turning it into a arm bar, and end of the first period. So 3-0 will be Matthews' choice, and he's going down. Nope. Mini caution on our arrow for just a little bit anxious to get the jump on action, and we're back to live. There's Matthews trying to get some hand control, but Nelson's got a cradle hooked up, and Matthews able to break that cradle ride. Again, next Aero TV broadcast is less than 24 hours from today. Tomorrow night, Sioux Falls, Washington, coming to town to face our Aero boys basketball team. So if you can't make it out here, tune in for certain. So off the mat, and now a fresh start from the center of the mat. Matthews trying to get some hand control. And there's a warning stalling for not returning the Matthews to the mat in an efficient enough time period. So Nelson dinged with a stalling. Sometimes you can't do much about those. You gotta, you're working to get the guy back to the mat, but sometimes the other guy doesn't want to go back down there. So, and there's a return. So but a stalling rule is a stalling rule. There's a sit back and a reversal for Matthews. So 5-0 now, 40 seconds to go in the second period. And we'll see if Matthews can work on some backers here. Or maybe Nelson will try to get on the board. So I see former coaches Cheryl, I guess you're always a coach, Coach Cheryl and Coach Olson here sitting in the section M of the Civic Arena. Not being as loud as they probably should be, but still enjoying the action here tonight. Nelson to his feet, but no change, and the second period ends 5-0. Matthews still with the lead. Carter Nelson chooses both up. And we move on. Third period, again, Matthews with the 5-0 shutout lead so far. There's an attack by Nelson, but no change. Both athletes still on their feet. There's a shot by Matthews. He's in deep on a single leg. We'll see if he can't turn that into some points. Nelson again trying to do that slip and slide by to try to hook a leg in and just kind of, I almost call that steal a takedown, if you will. Again, no change either way, no takedown yet. Matthews is slowly getting in position, but same could be said for Carter Nelson too. It's a good angle right there on our camera work, and there's going to be 3 points. No, not quite. Not quite. Mettler, the referee, letting these guys settle it. You know, 3-point takedown here for Nelson tightens this thing up hugely. And there's almost a potentially dangerous, but not so. And there's a 3-point takedown for Matthews. So Matthews again separating the score a little bit more. Now 8-0 in major decision territory, team score wise. And that's how this one's going to win. A workmanlike win for Chase Matthews at 113. And that'll move the team score to 9 for the Arrows and 0 for the Tigers. All right, moving right along. Shea Richter, #1 ranked wrestler at 120 for the Arrows. He'll be facing Alec Pester. He's a senior for the Tigers. I got Pester at 6-22 on the season, and Richter, of course, 28-0 or 28-1, with his only loss to Tyler Woodring, a T area out in the Rapid City tournament. There's a takedown fireman's carry, and now just a slide by for another takedown. So now we're up 6-1, and here's a near side cradle for Richter. Sometimes referred to as the bow and arrow on Arrow Wrestling. If you're into the Arrow Wrestling theme, and there's a pinfall, so right at the 30-second mark. Shea Richter moves to 29-1 on the season with the pin over Alec Pester. .126, Brody Randall. He's a junior. He'll move to 20. I got him at 23-5 on the year now with this forfeit win at 126. Brody second place last week at the Lee Wolf. Had a tough overtime match that he got runner-up in, but still having an outstanding season. Cutler Swenson moving to 30-11 on the year. He was third last week at the Lee Wolf, dropped his opening match, then won 5 in a row. So that is now 6 in a row. So an outstanding way to just get on a roll late in the season. That's what you want. So all right, 138 already. Kessler Swenson, the junior. He'll be facing another junior, Creighton Slideslog, for the Tigers. Swenson in on a single leg. And pop a leg over, looking at the fundamentals, and there's a 3-point, oh, not quite, it's a 3-point takedown. Side slog defended it well, but ultimately a 3-point takedown gets awarded to Kessler Swenson. So Kessler 1-2 last week at the Lee Wolf. He's been up at 144 some of the year, so cranking down a weight class. And oh, there's a shot and a duck under counter, and Creighton grabs a 4-3 lead after getting that escape. So I got the side slog at 9-14 on the year through the River City Rumble. He did not wrestle last week at the Lee Wolf either. So there's a reversal and 3-point takedown. Well, I underscored there. It was a one escape to make the score 4-4, and now Swenson with the takedown, making it 7-4 with 25 seconds to go here, first period. So both athletes with getting a takedown. Kessler's got a cradle hooked up. We'll see if he can turn it into some backers. But short time for this one in the first period. And it's going to end 7-4 first period, so a lot of action there. 2 takedowns for our wrestler, 1 for the Huron wrestler. And Swenson's pointing down, so he's going to go down the second period. He was, of course, Swenson 4th at the Sioux Falls, Washington invite, 6th at the Floyd. Gotten a ton of matches in this year, so again, the important ones are coming up. The the region and state matches, you just want to complete the mission and get all the way to the end of the season. So a little flurry, but no change so far in this second period. There's a near reversal, and there it is. So Kessler stretching the lead to 9-4 now. And he's got a deep crossface on. Lets that go. And now he's going armbar wrist. Side slot kind of tying up the legs, so that's when he can't get going on the other side, but nevertheless, side slot come to his feet, and there's a release. So 9-5 now. Halfway through this one at the 138-pound weight class. Shot and double leg, changing off to a single leg, a limp arm through, and there's another 3-point takedown for Kessler Swenson. So, and a tilt series for some back points too, and there's a 4-point back fall or near fall point going to be awarded. So just like that, we went from 7-4 to 16-5, and there it is again. Oh, look at that camera work right there. You got the elbow, and you had the elbow and the wrist, and you could just see that point of hold if you were at home there. So Kessler Swenson moves to from 7-4 to 20-5, and that's a tech fall. So tech fall at the 3:37 mark of the second period. So Max Drop, the junior, or excuse me, the sophomore, he moves to 12-9 on the season with the Jimmy forfeit win. And here we are tonight. Moses Gross, the 17-0 on the season. I have Mr. Gross, and Leo Strop 10-3 for the Arrows. So where's Moses, 3-time finalist, 2-time state champ, reigning state champ from last year. Won it in 2022 as well. So second place in 2023. So of course Strop, a state qualifier at 138 last year. And Gross is in on a single leg. Strop trying to hold him off. And there's a 3-point takedown awarded. Gross got a far side cradle hooked up. And we've got a little break in the action and blood time. So we haven't had much blood time tonight. This is our first one. Unlike the last time we were out, it was blood time city last Thursday night. So Here's some highlights for the Arrows while we got our biohazard crew out there taking care of business. And all right, referee Metler also taking care of business as well. So all right, highlights still going. There's that takedown by Nelson, and there's that real nice tilt series that Swenson used to get going. We're back to live action though now. Gross with the auto release, so Leo now 3-1. Oh, there's a headlock by Leo, and he's able to catch Moses Gross in a scramble. Leo's got the 3-point takedown and 2-point reversal, so some nice excitement there by Strop. Gross went in for a shot, and Leo countered and quickly hipped in with a headlock and scored a takedown. So 5-4 for Gross. And I'm not quite sure that score is actually accurate right now. I think it is 7-4 for Gross, and he has a near side cradle hooked up as well. So, and blood time again, and wait and see how this goes. There, well, maybe there's the shot, and then right there, Strop with a nice counter, and Gross with an immediate counter of himself, recognizing, hey, this is not where I want to be. So he powered out of that, and so all that said, Gross got a takedown. He let Strop go for making it 3-1. Then Strop got a takedown, making it 4-3. And then Gross escaped, which would make it 4-4. And then Gross got a takedown that last period. So our scoreboard says 5-4, but technically I believe it is 7-4. So moving on, second period action. Gross with the escape, and we're neutral. So there's Gross trying to move ahead. With a double underhook, but nothing doing there. He's in on a single leg. Changing off to a double and a spin around, and there's a real nice looking change off to double leg and 3-point takedown. So, and a leg and a cross face and backers just like that. So again, he's Moses Gross, very smooth wrestler. Again, undefeated on the year, first at the River City tournament last weekend. And here's a pinfall for him. So 3:02 in the second period. Moses Gross wins by fall over Leo Strop. All right, moving on to 157. Owen Peterson for the Arrows. He's a junior. He'll be facing Angelo Medina. And I don't have an age for Angelo, but Owen Peterson.
Wrestling for Huron, Angelo Medina. For Watertown, Owen Peterson.
Peterson third last week at the Groton Invite, and he's also wrestled at the Sioux City Invite and the Floyd this year in the Sioux Falls Washington tournament. So, hey, look at that near leg pickup, and unable to turn it into points. He still has it though. Medina with the whizzer in. Peterson changes off to a double. It looks to the center of the mat, Turks a leg, and scores a 3-point takedown. So real efficient with that move. Again, 157 tonight for Owen Peterson. There's Peterson again, sticking with that ankle ride and trying to break Medina off his base. So again, 7:53 here on a Thursday night. Next Aero TV broadcast will be tomorrow night. Sioux Falls, Washington boys basketball comes to town to face our Arrows. So claw ride there right by Owen. He's reaching for the O underneath Pooh Bear. And we'll see if he can't. There he's trying to walk it around. And even though Medina's got that leg, if you can still keep walking it, that shouldn't, it doesn't hinder you. It feels weird, but it doesn't hinder a person when it comes to trying to turn somebody over. So again, Medina now facing up, trying to get an escape, and he's working himself into a double leg. Peterson again trying to sprawl back, and we'll see if there's any change here. No change. So first period ends. Owen Peterson with a 3-0 lead. Medina defers, and Peterson's going both up for second period beginning. So, and here we go. This might be Peterson's debut at the varsity level for the Arrows. Both wrestlers trying to get a little hand control and just square somebody up or get an angle. There's a shot by a near leg pickup by Medina. Hard sprawl by Peterson. And we're off the mat there, so. Both guys working hard here. Minute 23 to go, the second period. Lots of good stuff here going on here for Aero Athletics. There's both guys tied up. Both guys trying to find some head position. Both are kind of just dug in there hard. And oh, there's a headlock by Peterson, and that is a good headlock. And there's a pinfall right there on the from the feet to the end. And just like that, 3 minutes, 17 seconds into this one, Peterson saw an opening through a headlock and picked up a nice win for himself. So, all right, here moving along, TJ Lean for the Tigers at 165, facing our sophomore Landon Lewis.
For Huron, TJ Lean for Watertown, Landon Lewis.
All right, I think this could be a good one as well. Lean, I have him at 9-15 on the year. Second place at the Royal City Rumble, but 0-2 last week at the Lee Wolf, where Landon Lewis, he was fourth place last week. 4-2, 6 matches last weekend for him. 21-15 on the year. He's a sophomore, of course. Been a starter for the Arrows all year long. Ooh, lots of good action here. Both guys kind of maybe looking for a little, looking to load each other up for a throw, but. And we're off the mat. Lewis, of course, fourth place last week at the Lee Wolf, fourth place at the Jerry Oprock, sixth at the Floyd Ferrand, and second at Sioux Falls, Washington. So been a start of the whole year. There's a great single leg pickup and takedown. So 3 points for Lewis, and he's got a deep half in as well. Lean trying to pick it off. And there it comes on off, so. Ooh, boy. Lewis has got the three-quarter Nelson almost loaded up, but Lean able to get out of that and get an escape, and now 3-1. Landon Lewis still with the lead. 30 seconds to go here, first period. Oh, nice shot in there by Lewis. Defense well, though, by TJ. Again, both these guys forcing the action. This is good stuff here on a Thursday night. They got good excitement. Oh, they're both guys going for a big one. And there's Lewis. Lewis went for a headlock, slipped off, and Lean able to score at the buzzer there. So after a really exciting first period, TJ Lean 4-3 over Landon Lewis. That buzzer scoring, you always like to see that if from a coach. So Lean begins on top in this second period. Lewis just about up, and we're going to call that one escape. So 4-4. Still lots of action here. 165 pounds. Again, both guys locked up again. Lewis with the whizzer. And nice change off by TJ Lean. And able to stay in bounce and able to score a takedown. So 7-4 now, TJ Lean with the lead. So we'll see if Lewis can mount a comeback and get back on his feet. So there's Lean with half a country boy armbar. And there's Lewis able to stand up, and a lot of action, but no change. So TJ Lean with that near wrist he has grabbed up, trying to turn that into an armbar as well again. And TJ Lean with a lot of power, a lot of horsepower straight down on Landon Lewis there. So he's working those shoulders really well and keeping pressure down. So, and we're almost off the mat. Again, just a power half, and these guys are just going to wait till the third period and see if we'll get some more scoring. So excellent match here so far. TJ Lean with that second period takedown gets takes a 7-4 lead. So Landon Lewis going with the optional start. Has to let the referee knows what he's doing. There he goes right for the front headlock. And oh, there's a lift. Lean went for a little bit of a shot. Lewis countered and almost had a big throw, but no change. And then our coaching staff says, let him go there, Landon. So 8-4 now. Landon Lewis on the comeback trail. And there's a nice takedown there for TJ Lean. He's going to stretch the lead to 11-4 now. So getting a little separation at this match. So, and again, there's a country boy, and he's got one appendage in, and TJ Lean gets the pinfall at the 4:50 mark of the third period. So nice win for Lean at 165. Moving right on along to 175. 175, Cade Kemper, the junior for the Arrows, will be wrestling Lucas Shapiro. Kemper, I have him at 17-11 on this season. He's in on a single leg. There he's changing off with the trip, and there's a three-point takedown. So Kemper last week 2-2 at the Lee Wolf, earning a 5th place finish. All-time starter. There's a turn and backers. And there's a pin by referee Mettler. 32 seconds into the first period, Cade Kemper over Lucas Shapiro. So nice win for Kemper, moves him to 18 wins on the season. And 190. Ben Cardona, he's a freshman for Huron. And Ty Hagan, the senior. Ty Hagan, I got him at 1-3 in the year, although he did place last week at Lee Wolf, earning an 8th place. So, of course, Ty mentioned it earlier during the senior night presentation. He's joining the U.S. Marine Corps after graduation. So, fantastic. We need lots of young men and women to join our armed forces and do their part for our great nation. So moving right ahead, 30 seconds in, no score. Cardona, first place at the Groton Invite a couple weeks, or last week, and 4th place at the River City Rumble. So 7-10 on the year. He's a freshman. Good looking athlete. And Hagan, of course, the senior. So unfortunately, this will be our last active match of the night, as Huron is open at 215 and at 285. So again, hey, there's a shot by Cardona. He's in on a single, and Hagan able to defense that. So nothing doing for either way. Again, our camera crew tonight, Kiera Thu right to my left, running the camera high above. Caleb Fisher down on the floor, Ryder Shell on the floor. Jonathan Gilbertson, recent graduate of Watertown High School. He's on the control board, along with senior consultant Ryan Rimmers. So there's Cardona. He's got a single leg up and a dump, but there's no points scored yet. No points yet. Extreme short time. Ooh, almost 3 for our boy. Tyler. So, but ultimately no points scored. So still zeros after 1 period, and Cardona going down. So we'll look for some turns. We'll look for some escapes. Hagan with that modified claw ride to begin this period. And Cardona trying to tripod up. And there he gets to his feet. Hagan with the lift and a nice return. Solid return, and we're going to have a clasping hands violation here at a break of the action. But again, nothing awarded yet. You can't see the referee on the camera, but he does a signal. There was a clasping of hands. That'll go against Ty Hagan. So Cardona will get 1 point awarded at some point. And there he gets an escape and the technical violation for the clasping hands. So Cardona 2-0 now, middle of this match. So we'll see if Hagan can score a takedown and get back in front. Lots of fun here tonight at the Civic Arena. So Ty gave a quick look over at the ref, or at the score, at the time clock, and said, hey, I got a short time, maybe I can get something going here. So, all right, under 5 to go here, and this one's going to go 2-0 into the third period. So 0-0 after 1, and then Ty was called for a technical violation, and Cardona got a escape, so that explains the 2-0 score. So all right, Ty now down in the down position, the referee's position, and here we go. So there's Ty got Cardona on his hip for a second, but Cardona able to respond, and there's a one escape. So 2-1 now. Anybody's match. Again, 90 seconds to go in this one, third period. Both guys working for some head position. Neither wrestler looks very winded out there. They look like they got some gas in the tank yet, so. There's a shot and a counter and a body lock, and we'll see which wrestler can capitalize. Cardona going for like a sag headlock, and Ty able to hang on, and this would be a big move. Can Hagan get him onto the mat? And we'll see if he can't get a return, and we're off the mat. So, and we got a warning stalling against Cardona. So 38 seconds, good action here, peeps. Stay with us. Again, both these guys working real hard. The match is low scoring, but there has been action. That hasn't explained the, don't let that 2-1 score think it's been anything but boring. This has been real good stuff here. So Cardona with a kind of a pull down, but countered by Hagan. Now we're getting down to short time. So both wrestlers still tied up, and there's a deep single, and the Aero crowd was hoping for a stalling, but they're not going to get a stalling, and there was no points, no takedown awarded. So Cardona gets a 3-2 decision over Ty Hagan. So great effort by both those athletes. And at 2:15, Ethan Wenches will get the forfeit. That'll move Wenches to 11-13 on the season. He was 7th place last week at the Lee Wolf, 2-2 on the weekend. And Micah Hawk, he'll move to 33-0 with the Jimmy forfeit. And of course, Hawk signed in with South Dakota State football earlier this week, so very excited for that. And Hawk again, runner-up the last 2 years. 3rd place in 2022 at heavyweight. So looking extremely forward to what these athletes can do, not just for the rest of the year, but we'll watch them in the future as well. So.
Watertown 63, Huron 15.
All right. Well, this one will end tonight. 63 arrows, 15 for Huron. Again, a great match here tonight. Both these teams will be going on to region and district district and state action in a little bit. We'll watch some highlights of the athletes here while we kind of wrap it up. Yeah. Now, if you were here, you could hang out with our athletes and have a cookie and a little juice on the side, being its parents' night. But been a ton of fun here talking Arrow Wrestling again this year. Again, next Arrow TV action will be tomorrow night. Sioux Falls, Washington boys coming here to town. So with our girls and our boys, we got a lot of fine student athletes on the wrestling team. So if you can make it, if you haven't made it to one of these things, maybe you think about going over to Clark or going over to Pierre for the state dual meet. And the Clark, of course, for the region girls meet. So lots of fun, lots of excitement. It's been a blast bringing it to you. So again, Brian DeYoung here. I can always use a side mic person if maybe next year if we can do this again. So thanks a lot again, camera crew. You guys are the best. Again, Kiera, Ryder, Caleb, and Jonathan. So we're going to break it down here from the Civic Arena again tonight. Arrow boys over here on 63-15.